This Hollywood Insiders episode analyzed the iconic opening of Star Wars Return of the Jedi, focusing on Darth Vader intimidating arrival on the second Death Star to meet the Commander Jerjerrod. We explored the cinematic tensions, directorial choices, and the power dynamic in this portico Star Wars opening scene.
Massive. This is SD-321. Full clearance blue. We're starting our approach to deactivate the security shield.
Security deflective shield will be deactivated when we have confirmation of your code transmission. Stand by.
You are cleared to proceed. We're starting our approach.
Inform the commander that Lord Vader's shell has arrived. Set.
Lord Vader, this is an unexpected pleasure. We're honored by your presence.
You made us scan through the pleasantries, Commander, and here to put you back on schedule.
I assure you, Lord Vader, my men are working as fast as they can.
Perhaps I can find new ways to motivate them.
I tell you, this station will be operational as planned.
The Emperor does not share your optimistic appraisal of the situation.
But he asked the impossible. I need more men.
Then perhaps you can tell him when he arrives.
The Emperor's coming here?
That is correct, Commander. And he is most displeased with your apparent lack of progress.
We can double our efforts.
I hope so, Commander, for your sake. The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am.
Sadude, ta celebrate. G have solo. Ta wonky Chewbacca. Andu hotsa. Morishani chica.
She is no ordinary woman.
Hakudo Uba. Dopa Boba.
Oh no. That's Leia Organa, the Princess of Alderaan.
The Princess of Alderaan. Uba sure?
We already had the pleasure to meet.
Ha ha ha. Nibi sa truli du gran Chakile. Stuka da lopa Majesty G. and stuka data onar chikta last. Ji wabata mabo shasha tonight.
Bola getta princess, put chikta nolia chains and pokina shadow.
His worshipfulness Jabba has requested you to bring the princess. He wants her to wear chains and the content of this box. Whatever awful thing is in it. Oh my.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'm having a rough day too, pal. What are you looking at? Hey, are you all right? Wake up!
Get away from me!
Hey, stop! It's me, Lando!
Lando? What are you doing here? We need to find a way to get out.
I'm working on it. It's risky, but I have a plan.
I'm listening.
There's no time to explain, Princess. You'll have to trust me.
Do you really expect me to trust you again?
I'm afraid you don't have a choice.
I guess I don't. Well, come on, let's go.
Hold on, Prince.
Why? We must find Han and Chewie and get out of here. Do you know where they are?
They are locked together, a few cells away. But we can't just blast our way out of here. The palace is crawling with guards and bounty hunters.
So if you're not here to free me, what are you doing in this cell? What's in there?
Well, I know how it's going to sound. But Jabba has requested you to wear this.
What? You're joking, right?
Do you want to get out of here or not?
Fine. Well?
Well?
Turn around.
All right.
Eyes forward, Calrissian.
Just making sure you're all right back there.
Whenever you're ready, Lando.
There is one more thing.
Absolutely not.
I don't see any other way. Do you, Princess?
I promise you, this is never going on.
Your call, Leia. I just hope Han will make it. I wonder how long Jabba keeps his prisoners alive.
Hands off!
Come on, Princess. Just play along. We'll get out of this.
When we do, I'll kill you.
Jabba's the one who ordered this.
The Hutt
is first on my list.
If my plan holds, Jabba won't live to see tomorrow's suns.
Then I suggest you hurry.
No time to waste then. Keep their attention. I'll handle the rest. Move!
Una eyes, una da Morishan shadow. Uva chuda show self suna, princesa.
Look away!
Peachy spirit. I like Lopa this one.
In the city, remember you used to drive fine. I pick up whenever you call.
I'm sorry, Mistress Leia. His Highness Jabba is asking you to dance. If I may, I strongly suggest you comply. The last dancer who rebelled was... Oh, I can't even say it. I will not dance for you, you filthy slug.
Chubano peche, ho ho ho. Tia loba frinda kayo.
You wouldn't.
She no hakuki no Leia, too long he talking. You know how what
I beg of you, Mistress Leia. I'll be present to eat Chewbacca and Captain Solo.
Sada, za Chewbacca princesa dopa, dopa beta, do Frankie. Dumo beta songa, beta fer lopa majesta, Antima.
In the parking lot in Tucson. Are you with me?
Hiya, Solar Data.
Pull up like Jimmy Neutron. I can help you get a move on, like you hauling.
Jabusha.
You like to go slow, but we could go faster. Tell me the password. Slide city, you know what that means. I'm coming up on you quickly. I'll bring nice things.
That's the thing, Salane. Java Usake, that's the thing, Balashe. Numa Hatare, that's the thing, Salane. Haba Dumande, that's the thing, Helasha. Neka Sotare.
Gotcha.
And the opening scene of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. The story centers on Darth Vader intimidating arrival at the incomplete second Death Star to enforce a strict construction deadline. The encounter, Vader's arrival. As Vader's shuttle lands, a nervous squad of stormtroopers and the station commander, Moff Jerjerrod, awaits him. The conflict, Jerjerrod attempts to welcome Vader with pleasantries, but Vader immediately cuts him off, stating it is there to put the construction back on schedule. The threat, when Jerjerrod argues that his men are already working as fast as possible, Vader famously suggested that he find new ways to motivate them. The ultimate pressure. The tensions peak when Vader's revealed that the Emperor is coming to oversee the progress himself. Jerjerrod, visibly shaken, notes that the Emperor asks the impossible, but Vader coldly reminds him that the Emperor is not as forgiving as he is. The scene established the high stakes and the sheer power of the Empire leadership as they prepare for the final confrontation with the rebel alliances. Jerjerrod, the relatable bureaucrat, while many Imperial officers are portrayed as purely evil, Jerjerrod stands as a high-level administrator under immense pressure. The impossible task. He is responsible for building the second Death Star in a fraction of the time it took for the first one. A normal evil. Unlike the set, Jerjerrod represents a beatibility of evil. He isn't looking for a fight. He just wants to avoid the Emperor's wrath. Deleted conflict. And the deleted scene, Jerjerrod is shown to be more conflicted, specifically hesitating, or when orders to fire the Death Star at the farthest moon or in Endor, while Imperial troops were still there. The contrast, his nervous British accent and formal demeanor contrast sharply with Vader's deep mechanical voice and physical impersonation. Directorial techniques for building tensions. Director Richard Margoon used several classic cinema tools to make Vader's arrival feel weighted and dangerous. Low-angle shots. Vader is frequently filmed from a low angle, making him appear taller and more dominating than Jerjerrod, who is often framed in more neutral or slightly higher angle shots to emphasize his nobility. The power of sound. The scene begins when the silence of space broken by the mechanical breathing of Vader. His authorial legit morph immediately signals danger before he even speaks. Scale and symmetry. The slot of 1,000 of storm troopers perfectly lined up in the Hagar base creates a sense of overwhelming, cold and rigid order. This makes Jerjerrod slightly shuttled and lack of control even more apparent. The shadow reveals Vader is often kept in partial shadow or frame against the bright, sterile white of the Hagar, making his black shooter a void that costumes the scene. Zero deleted themes or deleted conflicts. Deleted footage accessible on the Disney Extra for Return of the Jedi paints Jerjerrod as a far more complex and sympathetic figure than the one seen in the final cut. The standoff. One major cut scenes involved Jerjerrod's two royal guards attempting to block Vader from entering the Imperial throne room. Jerjerrod insists that the Emperor has not authorized his entry, leading a frustrated Vader to force choke him on the spot. The moral dilemma. Another cut involves the Emperor ordering Jerjerrod to fire the Death Star at the farthest moon or Endor if the rebels succeed in destroying the shield generator. This creates a massive internal conflict for Jerjerrod, as he knows thousands of his own Imperial troops are still on the surface. In this scene, he is visibly hesitant to carry out an order that will annihilate his own men. Recycle footage and special edition. Fans has pointed out a unique connection between Jerjerrod and the earlier films, The Empire Strikes Back Special Edition, recycling, and the 1997 Special Edition of The Empire Strikes Back. George Lucas added a scene showing Vader shuttling landing on his flagship, the Executor. After leaving Cloud City, this scene actually reused footage shot for Return of the Jedi, including a shot of an Imperial officer that looked suspiciously like Jerjerrod. Vader intimidation, or Vader's meditation. Traversally, a deleted scene originally meant for the beginning of the Return of the Jedi showed Vader in his meditation chambers reaching out to Luke through the Force was actually footage pulled from The Empire Strikes Back to help bridge the two movies. These changes and cuts demonstrate how Lucas shifted the focus from a bureaucratic conflict within the Empire for a more streamlined story about the central heroes and villains, deepening the story of Moff Jerjerrod and the actors behind the characters. Reveal just how much was cut from the final scene or final film to keep the focus on the main trio. The actor Michael Pingleton, the role of Moff Jerjerrod was played by Michael Pingleton, a distinguished British stage actor and co-founder of the English Shakespeare Company. A miss and a near miss with Adam Rickman. Interesting. The late Adam Rickman actually auditioned for the role of Jerjerrod before he eventually went to Pingleton. The company man of Pingleton performance was specifically crafted to represent a high level of bureaucrat rather than a frontline warrior, a theme later explored in series like Andor. The most famous deleted scenes, Vader versus the Warrior Gods. One of the most legendary deleted sequences in Star Wars history involves a direct confrontation between Darth Vader and the Emperor elite warrior gods. The standoff. Jerjerrod and two warrior gods tried to block Vader from entering the Emperor's throne room without authorization. The Force choked. In a moment of frustration, Vader begins to force choke Jerjerrod. Uniquely, the warrior gods actually prepare to fight Vader to protect the Emperor's orders, highlighting the deep fracture in the Imperial power structure. Why it was cut? The scene was likely removed to maintain the pacing and to avoid Vader look like a goof who can't even get past a door. Jerjerrod's moral crisis in the original screenplay and novelization, Jerjerrod's role was more tragic. The Order of Fire. The Emperor's ordered Jerjerrod to fire the Death Star and at the forest moon of Endor if the shield falls, even though his troops were still there. Hesitation. Unlike the co-officers who destroyed and adrenaline, Jerjerrod is shown hesitating to kill his own men, providing a rare human glimpse into an Imperial officer's final fate. Jerjerrod is technically the last character to die in the original trilogy, as he is on the Death Star when it explodes. And so there you have it. The short review of Star Wars Return of the Jedi. It's actually episode number 6. And it's been such a good and terrific movies. You had to ask yourself who haven't seen this Star Wars trilogy. Actually, there's so many of them. I haven't even seen all of them myself, but I am a great fan of this particular episode. Again, this is episode 6, The Return of the Jedi. And in this episode, it is when Luke goes to Jabba the Hutt, goes to his place to rescue Princess Leia and Solo and Chewbacca. And so they stage a full rescue effort. And in doing so, they take out what Princess Leia actually takes out Jabba the Hutt by stringing him to death with a chain rope. And naturally, this is a Hollywood magic and make-believe. Big old frog-like creature. You ever take a really big chains to get around that neck in order to string him off. This was a humongous beef, but still, Princess Leia was able to pull this off. And obviously, Jabba the Hutt was taken by her appearance and beauty. And it is why that he had her next to him. Well, like I said, this is a really great movie, a great trilogy. Can't actually tell you how many trilogy it was, because this particular one is the 6th. And it seems like the story just goes on and on and on when it comes to Star Wars. And so if you haven't had a chance to get out and see these great trilogies, then I would strongly enforce or recommend that you do so. One of my favorite movies. And usually movies such as this that have so many episodes to it, you usually get lost in the many episodes. But I think it's still, each time I go and search and research this particular movie, I find a new episode or a new episode has been added that I haven't had a chance to see. But then, like I said, the Return of the Jedi is my favorite. And so that's going to do it for this episode of Hollywood Insiders as we review the Return of the Jedi. And we ask if you would to support the channel simply by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you would know when we are doing a upload. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.